Good afternoon and welcome to today's live coverage of the Pitched In Northern Premier League as Marine take on South Shields. The Mariners face the Mariners today as both sides go into this one unbeaten with 4 points from 2 games. Marine have made a good start to life in the Northern Premier League and are yet to concede a goal but face tough opposition in South Shields, who are the bookies' pre-season title favourites. Commentated today live from the Marine Travel Arena is me, Luke Feather, and let's run through the two teams, starting with the visitors, South Shields. So in goal it's number 1, Miles Boney, number 2, Josh Doherty, number 3, the captain Blair Adams, number 4, Gary Liddle, number 5, Jack Bodenham, number 6, Martin Smith, number 7, Mackenzie Heaney, number 8, Michael Woods, number 9, Luis Alessandra, number 10, Robert Briggs, number 11, João Gomez, and on the bench, number 12, Jordan Hunter, number 14, Sam Hodgson, number 15, Connor Newton, number 16, Darius Asai, number 17, Dylan Motley Henry. And the Marine team for this afternoon in goals, number 1, Bailey Passant, number 2, Josh Solomon Davis, number 3, Sean Smith, number 4, Mark Howarth, number 5, the captain, Josh Wardle, number 6, Lucas Weir, number 7, Charlie Doyle, number 8, Hayden Campbell, number 9, Keelan Adams, number 10, Callum Harris, and number 11, DJ Pedro. On the bench for Marine is number 12, Joe Ferguson, number 14, Jordan Lussey, number 15, Jake Burton, number 16, Alex Doyle, and number 17, returning to the matchday squad, is Jack Dunn. 3 changes for the Mariners this afternoon. John Spittle, Jordan Lussey, and Jake Burton all miss out. Jordan Spittle not in the squad at all. Keelan Adams, Callum Harris and DJ Pedro all come in. So a first Marine start for Callum Harris and for DJ Pedro.
In goal, Miles Boney, 2, Josh Doherty, 3, captain Blair Adams, 4, Gary Liddle, 5, Jack Bodenham, 6, Martin Smith, 7, Mackenzie Heaney, 8, Michael Woods, 9, Luis Alessandra, 10, Robert Briggs, and 11, João Gomez. The Sons of South Shields are 12, Jordan Hunter, 14, Sam Hodgson, 15, Connor Newton, 16, Darius Asai, and 17, Dylan Motley Henry. And the Marine team in goal, Bailey Passant, 2, Josh Solomon Davis, 3, Sean Smith, 4, Mark Howard, 5, the captain Josh Wardle, 6, Lucas Weir, 7, Charlie Doyle, 8, Hayden Campbell, 9, Keelan Adams, 10, Callum Harris, and 11, DJ Pedro. And the Submariners this afternoon, 12, Joe Ferguson, 14, Jordan Lussey, 15, Jake Burton, 16, Alex Doyle,
South Shields preparing to get us underway. The visitors, as I mentioned in the build-up, they were the pre-season title favourites. Marine attacking the College Road end in the first half. South Shields kicking towards the Crescendo Way. And we're underway. It's Martin Smith to bring the ball forward, looking for Gomez out wide, and it's a good early run from a captain Adams down the left wing, that's cut out by Mark Howarth. Now Pedro over there looking to close down the cross into the box, and Adams for the visitors tries to latch onto it, and now Marine can clear. But all the way back to the goalkeeper for South Shields, it's Miles Boney. Played it out to the veteran Gary Liddle, playing at centre-back today. Of course, can do a job in midfield. Plenty of Football League experience for him. Plays a long ball looking down the right channel, back to Mackenzie Heaney. Now Hayden Campbell looks to clear. He's got it again and he can look down the line for Adams, but he just can't stop that one from bouncing out of play. Throwing infield, looking for Alessandra. Plays it back towards Smith, and now Smith can play a square ball to Bodenham, and out wide for the captain Adams. Back again for Bodenham. And here's Smith again. Just keeping the ball nicely, South Shields, and now square ball for Gary Little, which he'll just tap off for Michael Woods. 2 goals in the 2 opening games of the season for Michael Woods. The ball out wide now for Robert Briggs. Just drop deep to try and play a ball over the top for Gomez. Briggs has got it again now in the box. Nice little 1-2 with Heaney. Heaney's got Doherty for company, but he finds ball through to Smith. Out wide now for Doherty at right back. Infield now for Heaney, looking to break the lines of his pass. And Lucas Weir looks like he's just tripped over the ball as he's tried to get that one out. Now Hayden Campbell has picked it up on the halfway line and looks to bring it forward, but it's just chopped down from behind, so it's going to be a free kick for the Mariners, as opposed to the Mariners, today's visitors. So a free kick in the left back position just inside the Marine half to be taken by Sean Smith. A chance for Josh Wardle, Mark Howarth to venture forward for the first time. Long ball forward, looking for, I think it was Wardle that maybe got the last touch on it. And it's behind for a goal kick. Heaney takes it quick, Boney takes it quickly out for Liddle. Liddle under a little bit of pressure from Harris, plays it out wide for Doherty, and they try and work it nicely to attack down the Marine left, but it's cleared away by Wardle. Adams tries to use his body, but now Lucas Weir has it, and I think the last touch has come off of Weir according to the referee. It's out for a throw-in just in front of the dugout in the right back position to be taken by Josh Doherty. Doherty clears it long now. Josh Wardle has put a challenge in, not quite won it, and Briggs has won his side a free kick. So a bit of a change of system for Marine today. No Spittle in the starting lineup, who's started both of the first 2 games and been very solid at the back, so he's not even in the matchday squad. So that suggests he may have picked up an injury. Marine look to play a long ball forward over the top for Adams, but Liddle can just about cut that one out. Liddle back to his goalkeeper, Boney, under a bit of pressure from Adams again. Good work from the centre forward. But Liddle looks comfortable on the ball and looks to play it long down the line for Heaney. Alessandra has it now, looking infield for Gomez, and here's Briggs. It's good play from South Shields, about 40 yards from goal, but Briggs can turn and play it square to Smith. Smith has it once more, tries a little dink over the top, looking for the run of Alessandra, but now Gomez has it on the edge of the box and tries his luck, and it's not the best effort from Gomez as it flies a good 10 yards over the bar. Marine in their usual home strip of white and black. South Shields in their change strip of all blue. Long ball forward from Mark Howarth, looking for Hayden Campbell. The ball's bounced over him, but also bounced over Doherty. He's got a little bit of clearing up to do, and he plays it back for his keeper, who can clear long. It's being caught up in the wind. The wind has picked up in the run-up to kick-off. See how much of an effect on the game it has as Adams looks to play a square ball for Harris, but it's cut out by Blair Adams. There's Liddle on it once more. Seeing a lot of the ball in these early stages. Gary Liddle. In for Smith, and Smith looks to play a ball over the top for Gomez. Too much on that, and Bailey Passett could come out and claim. First bit of handling for the Marine keeper to deal with. Long ball looking up towards Keelan Adams. Callum Harris will give chase, but it's always running through to the keeper. Passant will just have to watch for weight on his passes in this first half, as the wind will be behind his kicks. Little looks to bring it forward for South Shields, but his pass is cut out by Harris. And now Weir can come forward for Marine, plays it across to Keelan Adams, tries his luck straight at the goalkeeper. First shot on target. There was a mistake by Gary Little, gave the ball away to Harris. Harris looked to play Weir in, who slid in Keelan Adams to the right of goal, always looking to get it back on his left foot. Just tried to bend one into the far corner, but it was straight at Boney. A little bit sloppy at the back there from Shields. Little once again looking to play a ball over the top, but Josh Wardle, the Marine captain, can just watch that one out for a throw-in. Sean Smith to get the game back underway with a throw down the line, looking for Harris, but it's picked up there from Shields, and he looked to quickly get Alessandra in on goal, but it's cut out and played back to the goalkeeper. Clearance is bounced off ahead of Gomez and back into the possession of Alessandra, but the linesman's flag is up. Referee today is Barry Lamb, assisted by Lee Harding and Adewunmi Soyehi. So a free kick just outside the Marine penalty area to be taken by Passant, and he looks to catch everyone out there. He's found Campbell, but it's a poor control from Campbell. It's just bounced up off his shin and out for throw-in, so let off for Shields. As Briggs looks to play it forward, and now Weir has it back for Marine, back to his captain Wardle. Wardle looks to play a ball down the left for Campbell. Campbell can keep it in, can he? He tries to cross with his left foot, and you can tell it's the weaker foot for Campbell. It's gone behind for a goal kick. Ball played out for Wardle. Gary Little, sorry. Gets it back off Martin Smith. Very involved in these early stages, Martin Smith. Just dropping into the defence when needed. Little now just looking for a run down that right hand side. Seems to be the area that they're targeting the most in these early stages. It's Harris and Briggs, the two number 10s, battle for the ball. Briggs comes away with it. Now Woods plays it out wide for Blair Adams. Looking infield for Alessandra. Back to Smith. Looks to play it wide for Little. Back to Briggs, who also has been coming very deep to come and pick the ball up off his centre-backs. As Briggs looks down the line for Heaney. One back by Marine, and a long clearance from Wardle up towards Keelan Adams. He can't quite bring it under control, but he'll try to chase it down. Just runs out for a throw-in. On the halfway line in front of the two managers, Neil Young, Kevin Phillips. It's Michael Woods on the ball on the halfway line, left of centre for South Shields. As Alessandro looks to turn, he's had it nicked off him by Weir, who's, I think he's tried to shoot from the halfway line, and it's not the best effort, a bit wasteful from Weir there. One of 3 Marine goal scorers this season. Scored the first goal of the season up at Guiseley on the opening day. Fantastic 3-0 win. Here's Gary Little. To Briggs, who's just come deep to receive the ball once again. It's Heaney with his back to goal, so he's just played it back to Liddle. And Briggs is in a little bit of space on the right flank if he can find him, but instead he opts for Alessandro, who also keeps coming deep. It looks like Gomez is the furthest forward. Bodenham looks to play a ball in for Alessandro. He's a better control, would have seen him in on goal there. It's cleared away by Wardle. Liddle just has to mop up the clearance under pressure from Harris. And here's Smith. Looks to play it forward for Alessandro, and the linesman's flag is raised once again. If you're just joining us, still 0-0, about 12 minutes in. South Shields have probably enjoyed the lion's share of possession, but not created too much just yet. Marine's best chance coming after a little mistake saw Keelan Adams eventually strike on goal, but straight at the goalkeeper, Miles Boney. He's passing with the free kick up towards Wardle, if he can win it. Oh, it's bounced just ahead of Hayden Campbell, who was making a run in behind, and it just runs out for a goal kick. Is Liddle again. Notice him this first half with the wind against him. They're playing a lot of short goal kicks, looking to just play it out from the back, retain possession, rather than play it long and risk the ball getting caught up. Here's Smith in for Woods, and now here's Heaney looking infield. Alessandro's there to pick it up, all the way back to Liddle now. Out wide he has Smith. Smith infield for Woods. Looking confident on the ball, South Shields in this midfield area, but Marine just happy to let them have it there, not causing them any problems on the halfway line. Smith has it now for Marine, Sean Smith that is. Plays it back for Josh Wardle, looks to clear it, not the best clearance, and now Callum Harris, can he bring it under control? He can, it's a decent touch from Harris, out wide for Campbell, who looks to be playing a sort of left midfield position today. He came on against Geisley and played just off Jake Burton, who's the furthest man forward. He played a slightly different role on Tuesday night as more of a focal point in the attack, and he seems to have started today out wide. Of course, when Keelan Adams is in the team, he's only really going to be playing through the centre. Callum Harris just behind him with Lucas Weir. Charlie Doyle in there as well. I can't remember mentioning Charlie Doyle's name so far. He's not been involved too much. Here's Liddle. I've mentioned his name a few times. Looking for an option ahead of him. There's not too much movement, so he just plays it long. Looking for a big switch, but there's a shout from Bailey Passant, who has the ball in his hands. Robert, to answer your question, the attendance figure will be announced about halfway through the second half, but I'll keep you updated. And it's a high boot there from DJ Pedro. I think he might have just about managed to evade a card. There's a high challenge on Blair Adams. I think he just about backed out of it before he made too much of a contact, so was avoided a card there. DJ Pedro. Another ref on another day might have at least booked him. Shields gets back underway as Gomez. Nice play between Gomez and Alessandra. And here's Heaney now. Back for Briggs. But the ball's deflected up and Weir can play it out wide for Campbell. And now can Smith to bring it forward. A little bit too much on that, but it's deflected off of a South Shields man. And it's Smith looking to play a ball down the line, headed out by Liddle. Safety first. Back to Sean Smith, and now is Lucas Weir, wasteful from Weir. Looks to get a ball in behind for Campbell down the left flank, but there's too much on that, and it's a throw in for Shields. Taken in for Briggs. Lucas Weir just a little bit overzealous there, gave away a free kick, maybe trying to rectify his giving the ball away. Free kick for Shields, back to Gary Little. Out wide for Doherty. And he has to go all the way back to his keeper under a bit of pressure from Callum Harris, who's made 2 substitute appearances for Marine so far. Has impressed in both, picked up a goal off the bench against Guiseley. His first competitive start for Marine since joining in the summer. Gary Little once again. There's a short ball around the corner for Heaney, who's got a little bit of space to run into, but just checks back and finds Briggs. Briggs back to Little. Ball infield for Woods. Little once again. Here's Briggs looking down the line for Alessandra, looking to get involved now with number 9. Wins a throw in for his side, which will be taken by Doherty. Throwing down the line. And not fully cleared yet as Harris has it nicked off him, but he wins it back and looks to play a ball over the top for Pedro, who's got a bit of space to run into. Blair Adams is looking to stay with him. He checks back Pedro, and Adams just gets a foot in there and wins the throw in. It's Josh Solomon Davis. Can't remember mentioning his name so far, but he's made a good start to the season. Played really well against Lancaster on Tuesday night. It's been Marine fans encouraged by that little counter-attack. It's Harris. Just back to Solomon Davis. It's Harris once again. Can he get a ball in? He just checks back and foot in from Martin Smith. Another throw in for the Mariners. Or for Marine. It's DJ Pedro. Looks to flick a ball into the box. Cleared away by Bodenham. Vital head on that from Sean Smith. Just puts it out for South Shields throw in. Hayden Campbell had taken it, but the linesman and the referee both awarded it to the visitors. Doherty. Under a little bit of pressure from Hayden Campbell, but Campbell just slips before he can apply the tackle. Lucas Weir's got space to turn in the centre of the pitch. He's tripped. I think that's Martin Smith. It is Martin Smith. It's about 10 to 15 yards inside the South Shields half. And another chance for Marines centre-backs to go forward. With the wind behind them, they need to make the most of these set pieces, Marine. Well, in towards the centre, looking for Keelan Adams. Had made a half attempt at winning it, but he was never likely to get there. DJ Pedro was just arriving at the back post. Another one making his first start for Marine today. Came off the bench on Tuesday night and looked quite lively. It's Martin Smith in for Woods and out wide for Little. They're very good at retaining the ball up to about the halfway line, and then it seems as though they've run out of ideas a little bit. They're looking down the line for Alessandra. Wardle with a foot in there plays it back for Campbell to clear. Ball in the centre of the pitch. It's a loose ball which can be picked up by Keelan Adams. There's ball from Pedro in for Weir. Can Weir try his luck? He just gets his body in there, wins a free kick. Dangerous position. I'd say this is about 30 yards from goal. Remains to be seen who the set piece technicians are in this side, because we've lost a couple in the summer with James Barragan and Lewis Riley in particular. I can't really remember Marine having too many dangerous looking free kicks in the early part of the season, but Hayden Campbell looks to have claimed it. It's very central, but the goalkeeper's left a big space to his left, and now as he just arranges his four-man wall made up of Briggs, Smith, Woods and Little. Lucas Weir stood over the ball as well, the left-footed option, but it looks like Campbell It's going to be Weir. Tries his luck. It's a decent effort. A couple of yards over the crossbar in the end. I think Boney had it covered. It was fairly central as well. And he rolls another goal kick out for Liddell. He can bring it forward, and here's Briggs. Back to Liddell. Back to Briggs. Liddell's managed to progress up the pitch, up to the halfway line. Tries a long ball in behind, but Wardle heads and then clears. The ball just bounced over Harris, and now Adams has done well to win the ball back for Marine. Keelan Adams back to Charlie Doyle in the centre. Spreads it wide for Solomon Davis. Solomon Davis got a bit of space to run into. He's going to try his luck. Oh, it's a feeble effort. It was neither a shot nor a cross really from Solomon Davis. Hayden Campbell was arriving at the back post. Straight into the arms of Boney. About a quarter of the match played. Still goalless at the Marine Travel Arena. It's looking very full. Expect another decent crowd tonight. Of course, 1,100 on Tuesday night, which is fantastic. I would predict somewhere near 1,000, 1,200 maybe tonight. As Blair Adams has it out wide for Shields, and back across to the centre of the pitch with Smith, and now Liddell has a bit of space to run forward. Back to Smith. Here's Woods. Wide for Heaney. One-on-one with Sean Smith. Sean Smith just looks to send him out wide. Heaney tries to get a ball in with his right foot. Seems to be his weaker right foot. He's always looking to get it back onto his left. So throw in down by the corner flag for Doherty. Cleared away by Wardle. Kept alive by Smith out for Doherty, who just tries to swing it back towards the box. Mark Howard steps out well to clear. It's Boney now. The goalkeeper plays it out wide for Bodenham. He plays a long ball very central up towards, I think it was Briggs, and here's Heaney with his left foot. Great effort. Oh, and he's shot the post about 25 yards out to the right of goal. It's a curling effort, and he's just struck the upright. Closest either side's come. It's a fantastic effort from Heaney on his left foot. It's behind for a goal kick, which Passant will take short for Wardle. Long ball looking for Adams, but headed up and away by Liddell. Here's Woods under a bit of pressure from Charlie Doyle, but Woods is cut out by Solomon Davis, who gets it back from Doyle. Here's Pedro. Back to Charlie Doyle. And here's Howarth. Oh, he's just had it nicked off him. And now Gomez looks to bring it forward for Shields. Out wide for Alessandra, under a bit of pressure from Pedro. He just needs to keep him there. Out wide again for Gomez. Lays it off for Blair Adams. Cleared away. Briggs has it now. Back to Gomez. Falls again for Alessandra, and the ball's cleared. Cleared away by Marine. Navy stuff there. Mark Howard just losing out on the halfway line. Here's Liddell looking to bring it forward for South Shields. Going centrally for Heaney. It's cut out by Charlie Doyle. Looks to send Adams in behind, but a heavy touch from Adams brings Smith into play. It's Alessandra dropping deep to get the ball off of Martin Smith, and he gets it back. Looks to play poker ball through. Ball's just bounced off of Wardle and cleared away by Howarth, but they come again. South Shields. Here's Martin Smith. Out wide now with Woods. Infield for Gomez. starting to have a bit more of an influence on the game, Gomez. Seeing more of the ball. Here's Little on the halfway line. Good possession from Shields. Wide again with Little. Here's Briggs looking down the line, looking to get Gomez in behind. Good tracking from Lucas Weir. Can he just clear it down the line? He can. Up towards Keelan Adams if he can get there, but Little is on hand to head it back to his goalkeeper. Boney just plays it back to Little. Looks to bring it forward infield for Smith and back to Woods. Lots of possession for Shields. I think we sort of expected this. Alessandro under a bit of pressure from Sean Smith, but just play it back to Woods, and now Smith looks to play it wide, but Solomon Davis has cut that one out and he can bring it forward. He's done well to get past Smith, and he can't quite evade the challenge of Woods. A vital slide challenge from Michael Woods. Back to Pedro now, and Marine have the ball back. Howarth just has to play it back to Passant to clear up towards Harris, and not the best header out from Little. And can Marine pick it up in midfield? They can't, and it's out wide now with Blair Adams. Looks infield for Alessandro, who can turn. Looks to play it down the line for Gomez. A little bit too straight, that ball, and Solomon Davis is there to intercept and play it back to Passant, and it's no direction at all on that clearance from Passant. But Little has just given Bodenham a little bit to do with his header back, but Bodenham can play it calmly back to his keeper, Boney. Little has it once more. To Smith. Now Little on the halfway line in a sort of right back position as Doherty pushes on. Little has it again. Back to Briggs. Looks for a long diagonal towards Blair Adams, who's just about got past Pedro. No free kick, says the referee. I think Adams had almost been resigned to the fact he'd given away a free kick, but nothing given. But Woods can bring it forward now for South Shields, in for Alessandro. Good play from him, and Briggs looks to slide it back into the box. It's a good turn, and it's a good finish. It's 1-0, and it's Michael Woods, a familiar source of goal this season for South Shields, has given them the lead. It was good build-up play from South Shields down the left, and then just to recycle it back into the middle. Alessandro. Alessandro just slid the ball into the box, and Michael Woods was there to turn and fire it into the bottom right corner. Third goal of the season for Michael Woods. And it's a first goal conceded for Marine this season. Bodenham tries to play a long ball out and headed away by Howarth. Harris has just got his shirt tugged there, but the referee's played on. Oh, and Passant's come a long way out of his penalty area and just has to clear it and smashes it into the dugout. So throw in on the halfway line to be taken by Doherty. Back to Little. And all the way back to his goalkeeper now, Boney. Just need to up the ante a little bit, Marine. They're just sort of happy to let Shields have the ball along the back line, and course, there is a fine balance to be struck if you don't want to overcommit. But when you're 1-0 down, you need to be putting on a little bit more pressure than they are doing. It's Martin Smith. Looks to play it infield for Briggs, and it's completely cut through the midfield there. And out wide now for Heaney, who's on the left, and Adams has picked it up off him. The right-footed ball in towards the back post. Can Briggs keep it in? Don't think he can, and it's run behind for a goal kick. So about 12.5 minutes to go until half-time. Visitors a goal to the good, thanks to that strike from Michael Woods. Mackenzie Heaney as well, hitting the post earlier on. Long ball forward now from passing up towards Pedro. He can't quite win that, Little does. Pedro wins the second ball, up towards Campbell. Here's Pedro again. It's nicked off him from Woods, who just plays it back to his keeper. Absolutely no pressure at all from the Marine forwards. It's all a little bit passive from Neil Young's side. Here's Little on the ball now. And Woods can just drop in, play a 1-2 with Little. Briggs now with a little bit of space to turn and pick his pass to Alessandro in the centre circle. Looks up for Heaney. Alessandro again. Down the line for Blair Adams. Looks to play a low cross into the box. Bailey pass and shout. Means Wardle will leave it. And he's thrown a decent ball out for Sean Smith in space at left back. Looks over the top for Hayden Campbell down the left wing, but there's not enough direction on that, and it's out for throw-in. Alex Doyle on the Marine bench is playing ball boy for Josh Doherty at right back. Throws it back to Gary Little. Little back to his goalkeeper Boney. Now this is just where they need to apply a little bit of pressure. It's a short ball from Boney. Can Harris cut it out? He's just left it, and he's just about overrun it. He might have been better off just trying to nick it forward and charge into the box, but he let it run to try and get round Bodenham, and his attempts to keep it in play has just slipped off his stud and given away a throw in. Again, the sort of makers of their own problems, South Shields, but Marine just need to do better when they're capitalising on these loose balls. It's Bodenham. Ball across the box now for Gary Little. Out wide for Woods and back to Little. Woods and Little again with the 1-2. Just keeping the ball between them. That pair over on the right hand side. Doherty looking to advance down the right wing, but here's Briggs in the centre. Looks to play a ball inside the inside left channel for Blair Adams, but it's too much on that, and Bailey Passant will gather. You can just roll the ball out and kick off the floor up towards Pedro. Chests it down. Can Charlie Doyle win his side a throw in? He should have. I think there's a clear touch off of the Shields man, but throw-in's been given to the away side. Charlie Doyle's fuming. Throw-in to be taken by Blair Adams. Down the line for Heaney. Needs to side another throw in. About 10 yards further up the pitch. Inside the final 10 minutes of the first half, still the visitors' lead. Thanks to that Michael Woods goal in the 30th minute. Marine yet to seriously threaten. As Pedro looks to win the flick on up towards Harris. Can he win it? And the referee's given Marine a free kick here. About 35 yards from goal, slightly right of centre. And Heaney's just refusing to get the ball back here. Might end up in the referee's book. The referee's got a card out. Campbell and Weir, the two stood over the ball again. And it's another chance to get a dangerous looking ball into the penalty area. Keelan Adams is in there. Mark Howarth, Josh Ward look from the back. DJ Pedro lurking at the back post as well. Harrison Doyle on the edge of the penalty area. The referee's just going to come across and have a word with Gary Liddle and Josh Wardle. A bit of wrestling going on at the back post. The ball very central from Weir into the box, and it's claimed by Boney. Not the best delivery from Lucas Weir. Doherty can play it down the line for Gomez, who can turn Sean Smith. Doyle comes across to put the foot in, and now Alessandro with the long... It was a long ball in behind from Smith, looking for Alessandra, but he just fires over and into the stand behind the goal. News of a few goals in the Northern Premier League so far. Radcliffe 1, Marsk 1, Morpeth 1, Matlock Town 0, Belper Town 1, Warrington Town 0, Bamber Bridge 1, Liversidge 0, Atherton Collieries 0, Hyde United 1, Ashton United 1, Warrington Rylands 1. Harris has it now for Marine down the left. And here's Hayden Campbell, one-on-one with Gary Liddle. Can he cut back onto his right foot? He can. He tries to swing the ball in. Shouts of handball as the ball rebounded back off of Doherty, but Marine win a corner. I believe this is the first corner of the game for Marine. This one to be taken by Hayden Campbell down the Marine left, so it's going to be a in-swinger with his right boot. A little bit of pushing and shoving in the penalty area. Good ball in towards the back post. Wardle wins it, and can Adams get up? Oh, he can, but it's cleared off the line by Woods. Back out for Hayden Campbell. Just lays it off for Smith. Can he swing a ball in? Oh, he tries to play it back out wide for Campbell. Gomez intercepts, but now Smith has just got to put a foot in and give way a throw in. So a decent opportunity from Marine there. Head on target from Keelan Adams. Lacked any real power, but it was certainly heading goalwards. Cleared away by the goal scorer Woods. Throw back to Gary Liddle into the final 4 minutes of the half, plus maybe a minute of added time. Ball back to Smith and back out wide for Liddle again. Briggs and now Smith again. Briggs can just spread it out wide for Liddle, who's now got a bit of space to surge forward. Looks in field for Briggs. Square ball for Woods. Looking forward for Gomez. It's Woods again. He can charge forward now, through the middle. Straight through the middle. And foot in the end from Wardle. Harris plays it back for Smith. All the way back to the goalkeeper, passing. Plays a long ball up towards Keelan Adams. Going to keep his eye on it. He tries to shield it, but Liddell's there to head out. And now Wardle at the other end can head to Sean Smith. Long right-footed switch of play up towards DJ Pedro, but it's given away a free kick in his attempts of shielding the ball. May have just tripped. I think it's Martin Smith in there on the halfway line. Blair Adams, sorry, not Martin Smith. Here's Gary Liddell. Bringing it forward now. About 25 yards from goal. Here's Alessandra. Lays it off for Woods. It's a good little intricate play on the edge of the penalty area. Here's Michael Woods with another shot with his left foot, and pass it gets down well at his near post to save. Couple of minutes to go until the half-time break. I think Marine have just got to maybe throw a little bit more at South Shields. Too much on that drop kick from Passon, and it's run through to his opposite number, Boney. Rolls out for Liddell. Liddell gets it back off Doherty. Tries to play a ball infield for Briggs and gets it back again. Looks to play a ball down the right wing for Doherty. He's got it right this time, Liddell. He's tried that ball a few times, and Doherty tries to spin on the touchline, and Hayden Campbell gets a foot in there. Gives away a throw-in. Throw-in in towards the penalty area, cleared away by Sean Smith. Here's Briggs. Tries a low ball in towards the edge of the penalty area. Alessandra and Gomez try the 1-2, but Smith comes in to clear. It's a good clearance as well. Bodenham back to his goalkeeper, Boney. Boney again, out for Liddell. It's reduced to walking football a little bit. Liddell gives Boney a little bit to do with his back pass, but he deals with it comfortably enough. Smith infield for Alessandra under very little pressure, can just try and play a ball over the top of Wardle. Pass comes out well to clear. Adams and Liddell have both gone in there. Liddell won the ball. Adams may have made connection with Liddell. It's going to be a free kick for South Shields. The physio's coming on for the visitors. Liddell has stayed down, will require attention. The referee just having a word with Keelan Adams. Or is he going to produce the yellow card? He's looking at his number, but it's not. Doesn't appear to have booked him. Maybe just keeping tabs on him. As you may have heard that, just a single minute added on. We've played about 50 seconds over anyway. You'll maybe expect 2 minutes to be played after Liddell's injury. But he's back to his feet now. Former Hartlepool man. He's being helped off the pitch by the physio and the referee. Walking with a little bit of a hobble. Looks like he will be okay to carry on for the final minute or so, if we even play that extra minute. So free kick to be taken by Boney. The referee just about getting ready to blow his whistle. He's allowed Liddell back onto the pitch. Linesman's flag is up against Heaney, just inside the Marine penalty area. Passant thinks about playing it quickly, but Alessandra does well to cut off the short option, which was Sean Smith at left back. A long ball played forward now from Passant. Headed up by Bowden, but it's almost ricocheted into the Marine penalty area, and it's in the end they're going to have to concede a corner in the dying seconds of the half. A little bit of a defensive mix-up. I don't know if the ball took a bit of a strange deflection off of one of their own defenders, but it's gone behind for a corner. Hayden Campbell to whip a ball in. Can he make it count? Oh, it's not the best to the near post, but it's headed out by Doherty. Charlie Doyle heads it back out for Campbell. Under a bit of pressure from Martin Smith, and the referee blows his whistle for half-time. 1-0 to South Shields after a good turn and finish inside the penalty area from Michael Woods, his third goal in as many games. Mackenzie Heaney also came close as he struck the post from about 25 yards. Marine, best chances look to be coming on the counter-attack. But at half-time, it's Marine 0, South Shields 1. Join us in 15 minutes for the second half. Good afternoon and welcome back to today's live coverage of the Pitching In Northern Premier League. As Marine are currently a goal down to South Shields. Michael Woods with that goal in the 30th minute, finding a little bit of space in the penalty area with his back to goal. He turned, forced it onto his left foot, and fired into the bottom right corner. The players are just starting to make their way back out onto the pitch, so I'll read out a few half-time scores across the Northern Premier League. So Ashton United 2, Warrington Rylands 1, Atherton Collieries 0, Hyde United 1, Bamber Bridge 1, Liversidge 0, Belper Town 1, Warrington Town 1, Gainsborough Trinity 0, Stafford Rangers 0, Morpeth Town 1, Matlock Town 0, Nantwich Town 0, Guiseley 0, Radcliffe 1, Marsk United 3, that's just kicked off in the second half. Saleybridge Celtic 0, Lancaster City 0, and Whitby Town 0, FC United of Manchester 1. As it stands, Marine are currently 9th in the league. Of course, you can't take too much notice to that at this stage in the season. And it looks as though we're going to have a couple of half-time substitutions for the Mariners, for Marine, I should say. I believe I can see the number 14 and the number 15, which means that Jordan Lussey and Jake Burton, both of which have started the first 2 games of the season, are going to be coming on. I will...
Half-time substitutions for Marine, replacing number 8, Hayden Campbell, and number 9, Keelan Adams. On numbers 14, Jordan Lussey, and number 15, Jake Burton.
You may have just heard there from the stadium announcer, it is Hayden Campbell and Keelan Adams to be replaced. Neither of which had the best first half, most involved first half. Hayden Campbell had a few decent moments, and we are back underway. Marine to kick us off for the second half. So just a reminder of the Marine team then. It's Passant, Solomon Davis, Sean Smith, Howarth, Wardle, Weir, Doyle, Lussey, Burton, Harris and Pedro. All on the pitch for the Lily Whites. It's Blair Adams with a throw-in on the halfway line for South Shields. Looking down the line for Alessandra. Jordan Lussey looking to get a foot in there. Clearance up towards Weir. There's one back again for Shields, and Heaney can play it back to Doherty. In field for Gomez. Look out for Heaney. Gomez now in a bit of space on the right wing. One-on-one with Sean Smith. He's got the overlap from Doherty. From Heaney, sorry. Heaney can cut back onto his left foot and play it back now with Doherty. Switches it wide for Bodenham. Nicked off in by Pedro, who can now run down that right wing. Can he get away from Bodenham? He can't. Looks infield now for Weir. Back for Lussey, who spreads it out wide for Sean Smith. He's got a bit of space to run into, the left back. Plays it in towards the centre with Burton. Can he shift it onto his left foot? Decent dribbling from Burton. Goes over in the penalty area. And it's going to be a free kick for South Shields. It's good footwork in there. Good footwork in there from Jake Burton to glide past the couple, and he maybe should have just taken the shot on. And in the end, Shields win a free kick. It's going to be the goalkeeper Boney, looking to take it long up towards Gomez, and just bouncing around in the midfield. And now Heaney can pick it up on this right wing, looking to cut back onto his left foot. Good tackle from Smith, and Heaney's on the deck, and Smith looks to bring it forward. He's got Harris through the middle in a bit of space between the 2 centre-backs. Can he find Harris? He can't. He finds out wide, looking for Burton. Now here's Lussey. Harris. Back for Howarth, looking down the line for Smith. And South Shields win it back now. It's along the back line, and Eventually finds its way out for Heaney on the right wing, and foot in from Smith, puts it into touch. It's going to be a throw in for the away side. South Shields, of course, one of the favourites for the league title this season. Finished second in the Northern Premier League last season, losing out in the playoffs to Warrington Town in the semi-final. As Jordan Lussey looks to bring it forward now for Marine, cut out by Woods. Now here's Alessandra. Good foot in from Wardle. Woods looks to spread it wide for Gomez, and Charlie Doyle just asking where the linesman's flag is. He wins it back off of Gomez anyway, Doyle. Now can charge forward. Across for Lucas Weir. Bounces the ball into Burton. Lussey. Across for Howarth and back to Wardle. Ball looking over the top for Solomon Davis. Weir can pick it up and dart down the right wing. Infield for Harris. Harris just holding off a couple and looks to swing a ball in. It's a decent ball towards the back post. Can Howarth step in? Heaney clears only as far as Charlie Doyle, and Solomon Davis can take it down. Back towards Doyle. Just lets it run for Doyle. Doyle back to his captain Wardle. All the way back to Bailey Passant, sporting a cap in this second half. Now Briggs picks it up in the centre circle for Shields. Back to Briggs from Heaney. Looking down the line for Gomez. Wardle just gets a toe in, but Doherty can pick it up again and ends up back with Gomez. And here's Heaney. Looking to get it back onto that left foot. He needs to be closed down. He eventually is from Wardle, who's absolutely fuming at Mark Howarth for just letting Heaney run it onto his left foot. Briggs just has it nicked off him in the centre by Lussey. But they win it back, Shields. It's a long clearance from the goalkeeper. Out wide now with Solomon Davis for Marine. Can he get away from Gomez? Gomez has done well to track back with Solomon Davis, who looks down the line for Pedro. That's just run out of play. So a goal kick now to be taken by Boney. Plays it long. Of course, the wind behind his kicks in the second half. Cleared away by Doyle. It's in the middle now with Solomon Davis, who looks to get it into Burton. Mark Howarth just plays it clear into the centre, and now Lucas Weir. Can he play it forward to Burton again? Can't quite turn, or can he? It's just nicked off him from Briggs, and now Marine just about won it back with Lussey. Howarth looking down the line for Smith. Heaney now. Back to Martin Smith, and now here's Doherty. It's down the line in for Alessandra. Howarth can nick it off of him. It's worth noting as well that with those half-time substitutions from Marine, Charlie Doyle looks to have picked up a position at right centre-back in a back three. Back to a more familiar system for Marine this season. Gone for the back three in both of their two opening games. Wardle in the middle, Howarth to the left, and Doyle to the right. And here's Heaney now for South Shields. Lussey goes in with a challenge, but Shields come away with the ball, and a long ball forward looking for Gomez. But Gomez gives away a free kick after a challenge on Doyle. Doyle not happy with the assistant referee, thinks he should have had his flag up on more than one occasion. It's just going to be a bit of a delay in taking this free kick for passing, as South Shields man has gone down, and it looks like it's Mackenzie Heaney, which is not a good sign for the manager Kevin Phillips, as he's been one of the more lively players, especially towards the end of the second half, and towards the end of the first half, sorry, and at the beginning of the second half. He's having more and more of an influence, cutting in onto his left foot and looking to bend one in towards the far post. So just one change left for Marine to make in this second half. Of course, Jake Burton and Jordan Lussey have both come on the bench. The final sub could be one of Joe Ferguson, new signing, announced yesterday from Matlock Town. Predominantly a right back. Alex Doyle, who looking to make his return from injury after making a sub appearance on the bench on Tuesday night, and Jack Dunn as well on the bench, not played at all this season yet. And it looks like we're going to have a substitution for South Shields. It looks like Mackenzie Heaney's afternoon is over.
Placing number 7, Mackenzie Heaney. Is number 16, Darius Asai.
You may have heard that. Mackenzie Heaney is going to be replaced by number 16, which is Darius Asai. And it looks like it's going to be a like-for-like swap. Asai heading over to the right wing position that Heaney was taking up. But that is a loss for South Shields, as Heaney was starting to have more and more of an influence on the game. Passant will get us back underway with the free kick. Looking down the line for Solomon Davis at right back. He does well to skip past a couple, and can he get to the byline? He can't. It's a good challenge in there from Boddenham. Ball's just bouncing around in the box, and Lucas Ware's picked it up on the edge of the penalty area. Lays it off for Sean Smith, who can swing one in towards the back post, and DJ Pedro, has he? He has! It's 1-1. A ball into the box from Sean Smith was met at the back post by DJ Pedro. His initial effort hit the post, but he was there to follow in and make it Marine 1, South Shields 1.
The goal scorer, DJ Pedro.
First Marine goal for DJ Pedro. Came off the bench on Tuesday night, made an impact. His first start for Marine results in his first goal for the club. Game on. Throw in to be taken deep in the Marine half for Doherty, looking inside for Asai. Sean Smith's keeping him company, and Harris looks to win the ball back as well. Alessandra nicks it back off him, and across now for Blair Adams. Good block from Solomon Davis. Solomon Davis wins the goal kick. The Marine fans just starting to liven up behind the goal, especially. Passant to take the goal kick now. Looks wide for Sean Smith, who's stood on his own on the left. Lays it off for Mark Howarth to blast down the line. centrally for Harris. Now here's Darius Asai under a bit of pressure from Mark Howarth. Throw in cleared away by Charlie Doyle. So another throw in to be taken by Josh Doherty as we approach the hour mark. Throws it in for Alessandra. Good foot in from Lucy. Ball bounces to the centre circle. Out wide now with Gomez, who looks to cut inside. Lays it off for Michael Woods, who can charge forward. Needs a challenge in there. Asai. And Josh Wardle gets a vital challenge in there. Has to concede the corner. So a decent response from South Shields. Can Marine defend this corner? It's going to be taken from South Shields left. An in-swinging ball from Martin Smith in towards the near post. Oh, and it's Bailey Passant that's had to clear it off his own line. It almost snuck in at the near post. Using the wind to his advantage there, Martin Smith. And Doctor tries to charge forward, but is eventually tumbled off the ball. And a long clearance from the Marine back line results in Gary Little on the ball now. Out wide for Asai. Good challenge from Smith. Can he keep it in? He can't, and he's according to the linesman. Well, the linesman gave the throw in Marine's way and then changed his mind. So it will be a throw in for South Shields. About 15 yards inside their own half. Looking down the line for Alessandra. In the middle now with Lucas Weir. He's got a little bit of space. Can he play it forward for Burton? He can. Burton can run forward. Looks to get down the right wing. He has a try, and he's in! What a goal from Jake Burton. He picked the ball up off Lucas Weir, about 25 yards from goal. He aimed wide. And he headed to the far corner of the penalty area. Smashed it into the bottom left corner. It's Marine 2, South Shields 1. A goal out of nothing for Marine. Lucas Weir picked the ball up in a fairly dangerous position and just slid it forward for Burton, and it's an accurate finish. A Marine lead. Just over 61 minutes played. It was half-time subs. Have done the business for Neil Young so far. Goal for DJ Pedro and a goal for Jake Burton off the bench. His second of the season. Shields clear now from the right back position, and they have it in the centre, but now here's Gomez in the centre circle under pressure from Charlie Doyle. Gomez just plays it back to Smith, and now Briggs can spread it wide for Doherty. But Howard can clear, as can Weir, and they're just struggling to get it clear because of the wind. It's just getting caught up for Marine. And here's Gomez, about 25 yards from goal, can turn onto his right foot. Will he try a shot? No, he just plays it back for Doherty. Spreads it wide for Briggs. Back towards Doherty. On his left foot, tries his luck. Blocked by Weir. Headed back towards the penalty area, and now Lucy can further clear. Has Pedro got the pace to keep it in? Not quite. Out for a throw-in. Throw in inside the Shields half. Here's Asai. Back to Doherty. Looking down the line for Gomez, and Charlie Doyle comes across well to head out for a throw-in. Here's Asai looking to charge down the right, and he's claimed a corner, but the linesman has disagreed with him there, and he's given a goal kick. So goal kick to be taken by Passon. About 19 minutes played in the second half. Marine have turned it round. On ball up towards Lussey, flicked on. Cleared from the Shields back line. Clearance that runs all the way through to Passon, who will notably take a little bit more time over these drop kicks. With the ball in his hand now. Looks to play it long, but the wind is starting to impact his kicks, and now Howarth can just help it on up towards DJ Pedro. Can he take it down? He's done well there, and Lucas Weir looks to slide it through for Harris, and now Burton is in the penalty area. Tries to get it back towards Harris. Can he get it onto his left foot? He can. Oh, and his effort just fizzles wide. Good counter-attack from Marine there. Burton instrumental once again. Harris just worked it onto his left foot and couldn't quite guide it on target. Ball played out wide for Doherty now, looking down the line for Asai. Howarth is there to clear. Back to Doherty at right back for Shields. Woods plays it back to Gary Liddle. In for Alessandra. Wide for Doherty and back to Gary Liddle. Seems to be the story of the afternoon for South Shields. They've not created too much. They've had by far the lion's share of possession, but they haven't had that killer touch. Of course, unlucky with Heaney hitting the post in the first half. Took the goal really well, but have not created too much that I can remember in the second half. And there's Burton on the ball once again. He's been really lively since he's come on. Looking down the line for Solomon Davis if he can get in behind, but it's good defending from Blair Adams to get his body between Solomon Davis and the ball, winning side a free kick. Here's Alessandra. Looks to play it back into the centre for Michael Woods, and he can just about come away with it, Woods. Very powerful on the ball when he takes it in stride. The goal scorer for Shields this afternoon. Alessandra looks to play it into the centre for Briggs, who looks in behind for Asai. But Passon can just claim that one. Passon with a much more direct long ball this time. Managed to use the wind to hold the ball up to his favour. Now Burton has just about managed to nick it off. I think it was Bodenham. It was just taking a little bit too much time to try and clear it, and Burton nicked it off him, but came to nothing for Marine in the end. Another great bit of pressing from Burton. I think this is what they missed in the first half, Marine. It was all a little bit passive in attack. They was allowing South Shields too much time on the ball. Burton and Harris especially in the second half, to be fair, not allowing them a second on the ball. Doyle looks to play it forward, but it's just cut out, and now he's got some defending to do. Here is Michael Woods looking from the bottom corner. Alessandra, sorry, cutting onto his right foot from the left, looking for the bottom right corner. Bailey Passon had to get down well and push it behind for a corner. That's what's needed for Shields. Need more shots on goal. We've got a corner now to be taken by Martin Smith on their right hand side, so it's going to be an outswinger. In towards the centre. Passant has claimed well. Good decisive goalkeeping from Bailey Passant. That's a deserved round of applause from the home support. Long ball forward from Passant up towards Burton, but it's just bounced over in this one. And Doherty has it in the right back position, up towards Asai, takes it down well under a bit of pressure from Wardle. Wardle wins it back for Asai, and here's Weir looking down the line for Burton into Harris, and Harris looks to send Burton in behind. Out wide now for Shields down there left, but Charlie Doyle wins it back for Solomon Davis, and Lussey into Harris, and here's Lussey again. Looks wide for Sean Smith. Had a bit of space down his line, but he just played it back for Mark Howarth. Solomon Davis has it now on the right, back to Charlie Doyle. Infield for Lussey, good play from Marine. Out, oh. Just as I say that, the overplays for pass for Solomon Davis and gives away a throw-in. Here's Martin Smith. His centre ball could be cut out by Weir, but Weir can only help it on towards Doherty. Here's Alessandra in the centre circle for South Shields. Plays the ball out wide for the captain, Adams. Back with Briggs. Here's Woods. Field for Smith. Smith looks centrally up towards Gomez, and a vital touch on that from Howarth. Danger's not over for Marine yet though, as the ball runs behind for a corner. Alessandro was very confident there, because it could have gone either way, that one, but the referee has given a corner. It's going to be taken by Martin Smith. He seems to have less of an influence on the game in the second half. He was all over the pitch in the first half. Good ball in towards the centre, punched behind by Passant. It's going to be another corner on the other side. And Smith will come right the way. No, he won't. This one's going to be taken by, I think it's going to be the right back, Josh Doherty. Smith has just taken up a position on the edge of the box. Long ball in towards the back post is Osai, back into the danger zone, headed out by Wardle, and further away by Doyle. Good battle between Burton and Adams. And Jake Burton has won the ball, darting down the right wing. Can he get into the box? He's into the penalty area now, Burton. Across the box. Ooh, and the keeper's done well. And it really should be 3-1. DJ Pedro, the ball just fell to him inside the 6-yard box. And at first glance I thought he'd sliced it, but the referee's given a corner, so there must have been a touch either off a defender or the goalkeeper. If it's come off a goalkeeper, that's a fantastic save. Good counter-attack from Marine, all coming from Jake Burton. He's been absolutely electric since he's come on in the second half. Wow, we've got a slight delay in play. I'll announce the attendance. This is another fantastic attendance for Marine. It's 1,148. It's absolutely brilliant considering the attendances of Marine in years prior to this one, and last season of course. Corner into the box now towards the back post. DJ Pedro meets it, headed goalwards, but not a lot of power on it. Doyle tries to fire goalwards. Here's Asai. A long clearance is intercepted by Doyle. Lucas Weir tries to head it forward again, but Shields look to get Gomez in behind. To Asai. Good challenge from Doyle on Asai. Challenge behind from Doyle out for a corner. This one will be taken once again by Martin Smith. Down there left. It's another good ball. Well, maybe it's not. Too much on that one. Towards the far post, and it's straight out for a goal kick. Just over 15 minutes to be played. Score remains Marine 2, South Shields 1. First half goal from Michael Woods. So far been cancelled out from a goal on his first start from DJ Pedro, and Jake Burton off the bench with a fantastic finish with his second of the season. Long ball forward from Passant towards the centre. There's Alessandra. Forward by Woods. Good goalkeeping from Bailey Passant. Momentarily loses his cap, but he's got it back. Long drop kick from Passant up towards Pedro, and here's Solomon Davis. Tries to play it down the line, but Lucy in the end can look over the top for Pedro, and it's just run through for the goalkeeper. He sends it out wide straight away for Doherty. Good closing down from Smith. It's won back by Weir. Weir can get down the left now. Tries to fire an early ball into the box, but it takes a deflection through to the goalkeeper, Boney. 75 minutes played yet. The visitors yet to make a change. You wonder if how long it will be before they do look to their bench. There's Alessandra in the centre picking it up for Briggs. There's Alessandra again. Looking centrally for Smith, and Briggs gets it back. And good defending from Wardle. Aside tried to get in behind. Wardle just shielded the ball back to his goalkeeper. Sorry, correction. Darius Asai has, of course, been substituted on. So one change made from South Shields. Long ball forward from Passant. Headed up, not away. Now the ball just runs out for a throw-in. The ball forward from Gomez, looking for Lysandra. And it looks like Marine going to be making their third and final substitution. It's Alex Doyle on the touchline, which is a welcome sight for Marine fans. As you may have heard there, Callum Harris, instrumental in the making of the second goal. Is replaced by Alex Doyle.
Is number 16, Alex Doyle.
So first competitive appearance for Alex Doyle since the playoff final back in April. Missed the first missed the first game of the season with a neck injury. Neil Young said he wasn't quite ready to be involved on Tuesday night, and it looks like we're going to have another change. Another change for South Shields. It's going to be number 10, Robert Briggs, making way for Sam Hodgson. And it looks as though there's been another change. I think it might be Lysandra who's made way. No scoreboard held up for that one, so I guess it is Lysandra.
South Shields replacing number 9 with Alessandra. With number 17, Dylan Motley.
And as you might have heard there, Alessandra has made way for Dylan Motley Henry. So all 3 subs made for both sides now. Marine just looking to shore things up with the introduction of Alex Doyle. South Shields looking for an equaliser. Here's Sean Smith for Marine onto the centre circle, looking for Burton. Burton just has it nicked off his toes. And down the line, here's a side. Good foot in from Mark Howarth. Throw and taken centrally. And switched to the other side of the pitch for South Shields. Back in the centre now with Bodenham. Back to his goalkeeper Boney. Here's Bodenham again. Marine a little bit less inclined to put pressure on, but here's Solomon Davis now on the halfway line. Can he get down the line? He's under a bit of pressure from Gomez. Can he win his side a free kick or a throw in? I think the ball's just run out of play there, and it has. He's won a throw in under challenge from Adams.
Ladies and gents, our attendance this afternoon at the MTA is 1,148. 1148. Thank you all very much for your fantastic support this afternoon.
Just as we were having confirmation of the attendance, the South Shields man has gone down. I can't see the number on his back, but he looks to be in a little bit of discomfort. He's receiving treatment from the physio. I'll of course let you know who it is as soon as I can see his number. So a chance for the Marine players to receive some instructions from the bench. It is actually the number 14, Sam Hodgson, that's only just come on a couple of minutes ago. He's the player down, he's back to his feet now, walking slowly off the pitch. Let's hope for his sake he can carry on, because he's only just come on. But Josh Solomon Davis gets back underway with a throw-in, and he's back on the pitch now, Hodgson. There's Solomon Davis. Looks to get down the line, he can't quite get past Adams, and I think he's tripped for full-back and given away a free kick. Into the final 10 minutes, still Marine lead. Long free kick taken by Boney, headed away by Charlie Doyle. Helped on by Doherty, but he's given it away. And Howard looks to play Smith down the line, too much on that, and Wardle can head clear now for Marine. DJ Pedro keep it down, he can, and he's looking to get down the right hand side for the Mariners. Held up by Adams, but here's Lussey now. Can he get a ball into the box? He can. Not enough direction on that. Alex Doyle looks to pick it up, and here's Charlie Doyle helping it wide for Sean Smith. Can Smith get a ball in? He can. Headed out by Liddell. Doherty will look to prevent the corner, and he has. Looking down the line for a sight. Doherty looking long up towards Hodgson. Good defending from Charlie Doyle to nick it away from him. Here's a side. He's been tugged back there by Alex Doyle. So it's going to be a free kick taken quickly, this one, by South Shields, looking to get the ball moving again quickly. As they look for Motley Henry now, who's got the ball about 25 yards from goal. Here's Woods, tries his luck. It's a great effort, and it's rebounded back off the crossbar. What an effort from Michael Woods from about 20 yards out. The ball's still alive here in the penalty area, and the referee's blown his whistle, and it's going to be a penalty for South Shields. Motley Henry was the man that's gone down. seemed a little bit harsh to me as Motley Henry and Charlie Doyle went shoulder to shoulder. South Shields man hit the deck, and Barry Lamb blew his whistle and pointed to the spot. Big chance for South Shields to grab an equaliser. The referee just speaking to Josh Wardle and the goalkeeper Bailey Passon, who's going to be taking responsibility of this one. I think it's going to be a sight. So a sight versus Passon. He steps up. And he scores. It's just about slid under Bailey Passon. He went the right way, but he kept it low aside, and we are level.
Equalizer, squad, 84th minute. The goal scorer, Darius Osai.
I'd say it seemed like a bit of a harsh penalty to me, but what matters is we are back level. Marine 2, South Shields 2. Penalty converted by Darius Asai, who's looked lively since coming on, in place of Mackenzie Heaney. There's DJ Pedro up the other end of the pitch, looking to get the ball back onto his left foot, cleared away by Motley Henry. Ball cleared out for a throw-in by Marine, so it's going to be a throw-in for South Shields. Throw down the line, headed away by Lucy on the halfway line. Just need to get the ball down Marine, maybe they can through Pedro. It's just about come away with it, sends Sean Smith down the left wing. Looks to play in. Early ball, Smith in towards the back post and out from Boddenham. Oh, it's not a great challenge from Solomon Davis there, and I think he's going to give away a free kick. Nothing more than a free kick. The referee's been very good with his cards this afternoon. I don't think he's shown a single booking. Just like the game flow. Free kick in towards Asai, and Weir nicks it off him, and Burton now looks to send Pedro on his way, just nicked off his foot. Now Woods can charge forward once again. Out wide now with Motley Henry. Cuts inside on his right foot, in towards the centre for Woods, gets it back onto his left. It's a vital block from Wardle, as that was heading goalwards. Headed behind by Josh Wardle. Backs to the wall stuff for Marine. Martin Smith to take the corner. In towards the centre, headed away by Charlie Doyle. Here's Liddle. Back to Woods. And there's Gomez now on the ball, out wide again. There's Gomez. Swings it in, cleared away by Alex Doyle. Gary Liddle lays it off for Doherty, and Asai's got a bit of space. He taps it on for Gomez. Gomez tries this up from a tight angle, cleared by Bailey Passon. And Marine win the free kick. Asai with the high boot. About 2.5 minutes of regulation time to go. You would imagine there'd be maybe 3 or 4 minutes. 3 or 4 minutes of added time. Long ball played forward from Bailey Passon with the free kick. On the centre circle, on the halfway line now, sorry. Ball bouncing around. Wardle just shields it for Smith. And back across for Charlie Doyle. And all the way back to the goalkeeper. ball towards the halfway line. Here's Solomon Davis, who has just been announced as the sponsors man of the match for his performance this afternoon. Ball with Burton now, with his back to goal. Can he turn? He can. And he can look to get down the right wing. Here's Solomon Davis looking for Burton once again. There's too much on his ball. Here's Boney with the ball in his hand. I have to say my man of the match would probably be Jake Burton, although he's only come on at half time. He's completely changed the game for Marine, giving them that bit of energy up front. Scored a goal, of course. I'd be very surprised if he's not in the starting lineup next Saturday, or on Tuesday, sorry. Long ball forward up towards Gomez, down by the corner flag. Lucy keeping him company. Motley Henry is going to look to get down the left and then cut back onto his right. Lays it off for Gomez. The left-footed ball into the box, claimed by Bailey Passant. Drops to his knees just to eat up a few more seconds. Here's Smith. Starts to dart down the left wing, but checks back to Alex Doyle. Long ball forward for Jake Burton. It's a good driven pass from Doyle. And Lucy looks to play a ball over the top for Pedro, and he wins his side a free kick.
This afternoon's Marine man of the match, as chosen by sponsors for Care Trust, number 2, Josh Solomon Davis.
Free kick about 5 yards inside the South Shields half, to be taken by Mark Coworth. In towards the back post, way too much on that, it looks, and Boney gathers. The wind really picking up now as we await the decision on added time. We've played 90 minutes. Smith looks to get down the left wing. He's hacked down, and I think we might be about to see our first yellow card of the afternoon. I think it's for Michael Woods. That yellow card, a cynical one. 4 minutes added on at the end of the second half, so 4 minutes for either side to find a winner. Marine with a chance to send the ball into the box as Lucas Weir stands over the free kick over on the left wing, a few yards off the touchline. Ball delivered into the centre, headed out. Asai looks to flick it over Weir, and he tries to come away with it, and Weir eventually gives away a free kick. And I think for his role in stopping the counter-attack, Weir's going to pick up a yellow card. And the referee not happy with the speed. The South Shields are trying to get the ball back in play, so now they take it down the line for Doherty. 1-on-1 with Smith. Burton back there helping as well. And the last touch, according to the assistant referee, came off of Doherty. I think a little bit lucky, that one for Marine. 2 minutes played of the additional 4. Of course, it's a minimum of 4, and I think we will have more than 4. There was a bit of a delay in taking the free kick on the halfway line for South Shields. It's Passant now with the long goal kick, and he plays it up towards Pedro, who I think won the flick on, but was basically on the touchline and headed it out for a throw-in. Here's Adams now, looking to just play a long ball forward up towards the side. They've gone a little bit more direct now, South Shields, in search of a winner. It's Motley Henry, who's been really lively since coming on, obviously won the penalty. It's Michael Woods. It's a side, good block from Mark Howarth. Bailey Passant can come across to gather. And it looks like Charlie Doyle has gone down inside the penalty area for Marine. He's back to his feet now as he just taken a knock there. Bailey passing will get us back underway. Overall, I think you have to say this is a decent result for Marine. If it stays at 2-2, don't want to speak too soon. South Shield's one of the contenders for the title, according to the bookies at the beginning of the season. Marine have obviously just been promoted from the North West Premier League. Ball in the middle now with Alex Doyle, just looks to scoop it forward towards Pedro. And Doyle looks to have won it back in midfield, but now Smith can bring it away for the visitors. Hodgson, first time I can remember mentioning his name, apart from his injury, spreads it wide. Here's Doherty with a ball in towards the side, he flicks on. Can't quite direct it goalwards. And we've now played over the 4 minutes, passing taking as long as he possibly can with this goal kick. Darius Asai just putting the ball back into position for him. And I think this could be the final play of the game. No, still we play on. Deep inside the South Shields half. With Doherty now, back onto his left foot, gets past Smith well. And Asai, and Hodgson's gone down under a little bit of pressure, I think from Wardle, but nothing given. Correct result. And a couple of the South Shields bench made their way onto the pitch there. Quickly told to sit down by the referee. We've now played 5 minutes of additional time. And the referee blows his whistle, calling an end to a fantastic afternoon of football at the Marine Travel Arena. Michael Woods gave South Shields a lead inside the first half an hour, but Marine turned it round through goals from DJ Pedro and Jake Burton off the bench before Dylan Motley Henry was fouled inside the penalty area, winning his side a penalty which was converted by Darius Asai. Both sides remain unbeaten as the final result is Marine 2, South Shields 2. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in, and we'll see you on Tuesday night for the trip to Stafford.
On my other match sponsors, the Care Trust.